Hi, do you know what colour are dried vanilla pods? That's the first of 60 questions coming up in this quiz, and they'll get a bit tougher as we go, especially the last 10. So, see how many of these you know? Let's begin. So, what colour are dried vanilla pods? Are they bright pink, bright yellow, or dark brown? They are dark brown. Google's global headquarters, the Googleplex, is located in which US state? Washington, Texas, or California? That's in California. In Greek mythology, what was the drink of the gods? Was it milk, nectar, or ambrosia? The answer is nectar. Which day of the week is the Muslim holy day? Sunday, Friday, or Monday? It is Friday. In food production, what does GM stand for? Grain milled, government monitored, or genetically modified? That is genetically modified. The Mercedes-Benz badge features a star with how many points? 5, 4, or 3? It has 3. Poland's flag has 2 horizontal stripes, one is red, what's the other? White, green, or blue? It is white. Who were the 3 chipmunks? Alvin, Theodore, and who? Simon, Dave, or Phil? The answer is Simon. The Bolshoi Theatre is in which city? Moscow, Minsk, or St. Petersburg? It's found in Moscow. The core of whose paradox is the question, where is everybody? Hubble, Hawking, or Fermi? That is the Fermi paradox. Mr. Potato Head became the first toy advertised on television in which decade? The 60s, 50s, or 40s? That was in the 1950s. Which coat pattern has a distinct dark M marking on the cat's forehead? Tabby, tortoiseshell, or calico? That's the distinct marking on a tabby cat. The mitral valve is part of which organ of the body? The heart, lungs, or liver? That's part of the heart. In which US state was Elvis Presley born? Mississippi, Tennessee, or Alabama? The answer is Mississippi. The silkworm is the larval stage of which type of insect? A fly, beetle, or moth? It is a moth. Jaundice may indicate a problem with which organ of the body? The lungs, kidneys, or liver? The answer, the liver. Holden was a legendary automotive brand in which country? Sweden, Australia, or South Africa? The answer, Australia. An insomniac struggles to do what? Read, walk, or sleep? The answer is sleep. Former UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon is from which country? Vietnam, South Korea, or Japan? The answer, South Korea. Antwerp is a port city in which country? Germany, France or Belgium? That's in Belgium. And now some picture questions, which shows the Rock of Gibraltar. That's B. Which helmet is worn in cricket? That's A. Which is a lotus seed pod? That's C. Which is a treble clef? That's B. Which is the outline of Madagascar? That's B. Which is a traditional Maasai warrior? That's A. Which ball is used to play sepak takraw? That's A. Which of these sharks is structurally incapable of biting a human? That's A, the whale shark. Which is a black box flight recorder? That's B. And which is a sentry egg? That is A. Have you ever eaten a sentry egg? If you have, what are they like? Let us know in the comments down below. Our next 20 questions, I'm going to try to make them a little bit more of a challenge for you, and also stick around for the final 10 questions of the quiz, because there's even a question on this. Let's play the next 20. How many Russian cities have more than 10 million residents? 7, 1 or none? The answer is 1, Moscow. In the Tour de France, which jersey is worn by the King of the Mountains? Green, yellow or polka dot? The answer is the polka dot jersey. What is epistaxis more commonly known as? A nosebleed, a fever or a headache? That is a nosebleed. Which best-selling author wrote the Alex Cross thriller series? James Patterson, Dan Brown or Jeffrey Deaver? The answer is James Patterson. The Montgolfier brothers were pioneers in what form of transport? Motorcycles, steam locomotives or hot air balloons? The answer, hot air balloons. In which century was the Taj Mahal built? The 17th, 12th or 8th? It was built in the 17th century. Which country is Denmark's only land neighbour? Norway, Germany or Sweden? It is Germany. Where on the body would you wear a sabot? The hands, feet or head? It's a type of shoe, so the feet. What was the capital of West Germany until reunification in 1990? Frankfurt, Bonn or Hamburg? It was Bonn. Graphology is the study of what? Maps, handwriting or charts? It's the study of handwriting. Marble is formed by the metamorphism of which rock? Limestone, granite, or sandstone? The correct answer is limestone. The sable is a small forest-dwelling mammal belonging to which animal family? Weasel, cat, or fox? It's part of the weasel family. At rest, an individual blood cell takes how long to complete a full circuit of the human body? 25 minutes, 5 minutes, or 1 minute? And that video is no help at all. The answer is 1 minute. The gemstone peridot or peridot is shades of which colour? Blue, red, or green? The answer is green. Jimmy Wales and Larry Sanger co-founded which popular website? Twitter, Wikipedia, or YouTube? The answer is Wikipedia. Newcastle disease affects which type of animals? The options are fish, cats, or birds. The answer is birds. Which of these is a double reed woodwind instrument? A clarinet, oboe, or flute? The answer is oboe. An aviculturalist raises and cares for which animals? Bees, birds, or fish? The answer is birds. The world-famous fortified wine, Marsala, comes from which Italian island? Elba, Sicily, or Sardinia? The answer is Sicily. Who painted The Houses of Parliament, Sunset? Was it Monet, Turner, or Constable? That is by Monet. Okay, there's just 10 more questions to go, and as usual, I've saved the toughest for last. Who wrote Historiae Animalium, considered the starting point of modern zoology? Gessner, Linnaeus, or Darwin? That was Conrad Gessner. The word Armageddon is derived from a Hebrew word for which? A desert, a lake, or a mount? The answer, a mount. Nyctalopia is the medical name for which condition? Short-sightedness, night blindness, or colour blindness? That is night blindness. Which scientist infamously conducted public experiments using electricity on recently executed criminals? Faraday, Aldini, or Volta? That was Aldini. What is the only sovereign enclave country in the world not in Europe? Laos, Botswana, or Lesotho? The answer is Lesotho. Which company was the first commercial sponsor of the Olympic Games? Coca-Cola, Kodak, or Rolex? The answer is Coca-Cola. Astronomically speaking, the March equinox is currently located in which constellation? Aries, Aquarius, or Pisces? Astronomically, it's in Pisces. A mash bill is a mixture of grains used to produce which product? Alcohol, breakfast cereal, or bread? The answer is alcohol. Pablo Picasso was born in which Spanish city? Malaga, Barcelona, or Madrid? The answer is Malaga. Which animal is known as a hogget when aged between 1 and 2 years? A sheep, turkey, or pig? The answer is a sheep. Okay, so did you manage to get that last question correct? I would normally associate the word hog with pig, but a hogget is a young sheep. Don't forget to share your overall score in the comments down below, and if you'd like to carry on improving your knowledge, then play some more quizzes. There's a playlist on the screen for you now.